Malakai Black. Malakai Black. The House of Black. The House always wins. Not in AEW. Huh, what a tragedy. What a L. What a lack of leadership. Creative. Just shows over and over again. Tony Khan's lack of just knowing what's what. Incompetence. Malakai Black, as far as we know, is gone out of the WWE. Now, this is funny. Not too long ago, Malakai Black had a match with Adam Cole, and for some odd reason, the fans was just writing him off. They was like, "Oh, thank you, Malakai," and he shook hands for no reason with Adam Cole, of course, as in AEW fashion. I love AEW, by the way, but in AEW fashion, that led to nothing. No reason at all for Malakai to be losing a random match to Adam overrated Cole, and a guy he's better than, but we wouldn't in AEW. You couldn't tell, but job at Adam Cole for Adam Cole to fight MJF when he, yeah, when he ended up not even fighting MJF. Roderick Strong did. Didn't I mention earlier that Tony Khan is so incompetent when it comes to this shit? He put Roderick Strong against MJF on a pay-per-view. Anywho, so people was writing him off. We thought he was going to leave then. Then he, next day, gets on camera. Hey, stop listening to the dirt sheets. Stop listening to all these rumors. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. I think he even said I might even resign, or I did resign. That didn't age well now. That looks like rotten milk instead of fine wine. And now he's leaving. I guess he's had enough. I guess he was getting treated inhumane as well, like Ray Phoenix. Nothing's came out, because Malakai is one of the last people to do kayfabe, really, in certain ways. To still kind of not say much. But anyway, it's coming out that he's gone now. He's officially gone. And he's WWE bound. And everybody's like, oh yeah, he's going to show up probably at the Royal Rumble. Maybe after the Royal Rumble. He's a former Triple H guy. I have to get on that real quick. Being a former Triple H guy don't mean shit. Look at Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross reminds me a lot of Malakai Black. Mystique, they got a unique look. They're different from everybody else. You got a lot of star power in these dudes. And what is Karrion Kross doing? Karrion Kross is looking like Kraven from Spider-Man. The old Kraven with the fur and shit. And no, he don't even look like he look like Kraven with the fur jacket, but he also look like Sabretooth off of X-Men 1. Just his hair is growing too, and all you gotta do is grow that beard a little bit more. He look like X-Men. He look like Sabretooth off of X-Men 1, the first X-Men movie, classic. Anywho, he's doing absolutely nothing. Say it again. Oh wow, good God. So I can't just say, oh, Malakai is going to go to WWE and just dominate, and oh, he's going to get used way better. I hope so. But to be fair, the WWE might just use Malakai Black to spite AEW. Look at Ethan Page. Ethan Page is a top guy at NXT to spite AEW. Because they was like, you couldn't use this guy? You guys are fucking idiots. But it's really an ego thing. It's like, look what I could do since you didn't do it. But it still shows the incompetence of Tony Khan, though, and his retarded team of, I guess, creative. If you want to call him that, that's an insult. That's a major insult. Because Tony Khan makes Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff in the TNA years. He make them look like Paul Heyman. Even though Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff, and I think Vince Russo at that time, when in the beginning of the end of the TNA pop, the only time, it might be the only time, they was getting millions of views. They created Aces and Eights and the Option C with Austin Theory, where you can trade in an X Division title for a world title if you had it for a year, I think. They made Bobby Roode the champ. So they had some highlights, but AEW's creative compared to that time creative, that make 2010, 2011 era look like ECW compared to AEW when it comes to creative. But anyway, back to Malakai Black. They had this guy under the radar for like 3 years. The only thing seems like anybody remember he done significant and done that was monumental, that was like made him look like a top guy, is kick Cody Rhodes' hair black and kick Arn Anderson's glasses off. I think he beat Cody Rhodes, right? He kind of dominated Cody Rhodes on top of that too, right? Remember that feud? That's like the only thing people remember that made him look like, oh yeah, he gonna take over. Next thing you know, over the years, it's crickets. Where's Malakai? Where's Malakai? Where's Malakai? Okay, he showed up. Oh, okay. Had a little promo. He's doing a little cool promo, you know? Sweet, sweet. I remember he had a little vignette when Brody King came in. That's when Brody King came in. And then the whole build-up of Buddy Matthews showing up out of nowhere. You know, because they had out of nowhere great matches on Raw. And that actually got him, I think, a TLC pay-per-view spot, how good the matches were. I remember watching that with my bro. He didn't even like wrestling, but he was like, yo, that looked dope, how they doing it. He didn't even like wrestling, but when Buddy Murphy at the time, and Malakai had a random match on Raw, he was watching like, yo, this looked good. So yeah, that got them a spot, I think, a TLC that year. I forgot what year it was. Probably 19 or 18, 17, one of them. Probably 18. Anywho. Yeah, so yeah, then he had that. Malakai wasn't doing much in WWE, as far as we know. I mean, what we remember, he wasn't doing much, just having matches with Buddy Matthews. He had matches with AJ, I think, and a few other things. This was on Raw. This is when he was in Raw, I believe. I believe it was Raw. Yeah. And this is when AJ Styles, I think, was United States champ. He was feuding Ricochet months later or a year later after that. But we all know his main thing when he went to SmackDown. They repackaged him as this Dark Father, the Dark Father thing, which is basically Aleister Crowley. Go do your research. He was basically Aleister Crowley. Although it's a theory, but I remember seeing a video that broke down the character, and it was really dope. And I thought, like, that's genius to make him that guy. You know, Aleister Crowley's a weirdo piece of shit, but in the same light, he is he was the counterculture at a time, the 1800s. He was a counterculture type of guy. He was everything that society wasn't. And he's the reason for a lot of what you see today. Pop culture, do thy wilts and all that. You had to go do your own research. But that's who Aleister Black at the time. They even called him Aleister. So I'm just saying. That's who he basically was. Great shit. But then he goes to Dark Father SmackDown. He does a couple of vignettes. He comes out, attacks Big E, and that was the last we seen him in WWE. Fast forward back to AEW, like I was talking about the Cody Rhodes shit. After the Cody Rhodes shit, he went to Oblivion, pretty much. He went to Abyss, not the Abyss in TNA, but he went to Abyss. Complete darkness, because he never seen him. And then when you see him, he was just jobbing to the top guys, the guys that they think is top guys. He wasn't doing anything special. If anything, Tony concentrated on him being a tag team guy instead of a singles guy. But it's funny, all his cronies of the House of Black was having singles runs. Julia Hart, TBS champion. Brody King has had the most significant singles run the entire time. He's got feuds with Darby Allin. He had world title shots. He had all types of shit going on. He's been in both Continental Classics. Buddy Matthews always losing. It's funny, Buddy Matthews left the WWE to go right in the same position, being a lackey. But he even had singles matches. But Malakai Black, the leader, you hardly ever seen him. You just can't make this shit up. You hardly ever seen the leader. So hey, let's make up Raven's Nest, y'all. But everybody else is going to be a star but the Raven guy. The group is named after Raven. This is called Raven's Nest, but we're going to make sure Perry Saturn, Kidman, and all the rest of the cronies are more stars than him. Hey, let's do the Wyatt family. I got a good idea. How about Luke Harper, Eric Rowan, and Braun Strowman be the stars of the Wyatt family? And he's the only motherfucker in the group called Bray Wyatt, but we're going to make sure everybody else is a star. Jeez. Genius. But you know what this all sums up, though. But I think even with this incident not happening, they still wasn't gonna do nothing with Malakai because that just shows their incompetence and their lack of creative in AEW. But with this incident, caused a great effect. The CM Punk Ariel Helwani interview. He mentioned Samoa Joe, Warrior Samoa Joe. He said he didn't really want to mention many people. He didn't want to get them in trouble. But some people put themselves out there to let them know, hey, I'm a CM Punk guy. I was cool with him. Jamie Hayter, Ricky Starks. Look what they doing now. Yeah, so this ain't just some coincidence. Oh, didn't I mention what? A week after that, all of a sudden, Tony Khan fires about 7 people out of nowhere. Because of the CM Punk situation, because he said he's not a leader. He said all the things that are true about AEW. It's not a sustainable business. They just care about great matches. You care about some goof giving you 5 stars when the building's a quarter full. Yeah, we're not in the same business. And they're still doing it. And is what another thing CM Punk was right about. AEW stay around long as Tony Khan would have put money in it. That's it. And if he didn't have his dad's money, AEW would have went out probably last year. Because last year is probably like their worst year ever. But back to Malakai, he was a part of that. Because I think he was talking about the Jack Perry incident. He said Malakai's back there. He said the House of Black is back there. And after the situation, he said he cooled off. He went to go do the match. But after that, he went to go get some chicken or something with House of Black and I think Samoa Joe. Funny. Malakai, all the House of Black, right? Maybe Julia Hart is the only one that got something out of it. But all the House of Black are just upper mid-card guys. Job guys. Brody King never beats none of the stars. Brody King gets a lot of TV time, but like he hardly ever beats any of the stars, or he's yet to win a big one. He's not even in a title picture. He just there to do matches. Nothing else. Even though Brody King can talk. He got size. He's imposing. He got a lot of marketability. But nope. You're cool with CM Punk, so we're going to have a ceiling for you. Buddy Matthews, pretty much, you can't talk anyway, but you look like a fucking killer. We're not going to do anything with you. Julia Hart, you're green as hell. You're kind of our person anyway, because she was the cheerleader in a Varsity Blondes. Horrible, horrible, horrible group. It was basically an 80s jock football team group or some goofy shit. The story they could have told with that, they did not do, of course, because AEW doesn't have creative. Since Cody Rhodes left, and like certain people left management, and they didn't, AEW don't listen to nobody because they know what they're talking about. So much shit they could have done with Julia Hart to make it better, but she's all right. She's green as the Hawk, though, but World Breaker Hawk, even greener. But she's young. She got time to learn. But Malakai Black, the leader, don't do nothing with him. Oh, he was an NXT guy that did not get used, and we thought AEW was going to be the prayers to all the NXT guys that did not get used right on the main roster. Your Keith Lee's, your Malakai Blacks, your Adam Cole was going to be a manager. How dare you? Although that worked for LA Knight, but I digress. That probably could have been Adam Cole if he would have just took the role, but who knows? Maybe under Vince, you really don't know though. But Tony concentrated on making Malakai a job guy at Big Carter. But he wasn't even good enough to win a world title. Any title. Daniel Cheesecake Garcia. Oh my God. I really can't stand this dude. He think this dude is more valuable and more marketable and more of a prominent guy on a roster when you got Malakai Black. Fandango's little brother pretending to be a wrestler. Remember when Daniel Garcia used to do that goofy dance? That was like the only time he was getting pops, because he's sure ain't getting pops today. So that's why I called him Fandango's little brother that's playing wrestler, because Fandango looked like a fucking Brock Lesnar standing next to him. But you push, oh my God, you push the guy that has you push the guy that has the charisma equivalent to watching syrup getting poured on pancakes, bro. He has the literally same equivalent of watching hot sauce getting poured on chicken. It's ridiculous. But this guy, TNT champ, could be in the Continental Classic as well as TNT champ. And he could be in the Casino Battle Royal. Just back-to-back-to-back opportunity over Malakai. And you wonder why you're getting a 0.6 and a 0.5. Very soon you keep up this stupid shit, it's going to be 0.4s and 0.3s. But you wonder why. Nobody even cares this dude's TG champ. You should have just kept it on Jack Perry. Jack Perry is at least way more entertaining, way more interesting than this dude. Jack Perry's a stick. He's a fucking grasshopper looking ass dude too. But at least Jack Perry had a damn gimmick. At least Jack Perry evolved. He even changed his in-ring style. He's way fucking better than Daniel Cream Cheese Garcia, bro. And Malakai is better than both of them. But we never got to see it. Under Tony Khan's vision. Never got to see it. Too late now. So he goes to WWE. They're going to push him to spite AEW. And thank you. I hope they do. I hope they do. Just to show them that y'all are just fucking idiots. Y'all dropped the ball with Jay Cargill. Y'all dropped the ball with Cody Rhodes. Y'all dropped the ball with CM Punk. Y'all dropped the ball with so much even untapped potential. Ethan Page, Brian Pillman Jr. He's Brian Pillman's son. You didn't think nothing up. Nothing came up like, yo, this is Brian Pillman's son. There's something there. You fucking idiots. WWE first vignette got me hooked to Brian Pillman Jr. That first vignette of him, oh, I didn't know my father. Bro, that was fucking fire. You couldn't do none of that. He was a varsity blind. Oh, jeez. Oh, Sean Spears did nothing with him. Didn't I mention Jamie Hayter was a CM Punk guy? Ricky Starks is a CM Punk guy. And Jamie Hayter lost to She-Hulk, a.k.a. Julia Hart. And I call her She-Hulk because she's green as She-Hulk. She lost to Julia Hart. Instead of being in a number one contendership match for the world title or going for the TBS title. Jamie Hayter. But hey, if you cool with Punk, you're a punk to me now. I don't like you. You like CM Punk, we don't like you. And you wonder why business is horrible there. You wonder why Kenny Omega don't want to be there. Nobody wants to be there. You wonder why. More people will be gone. Hopefully, Hobbs will be leaving soon if you don't push him. Hobbs is getting a title shot, cool. But we'll see how long this goes. If Hobbs, if they can keep his momentum all year, Hobbs can win another championship this year. Take it from Takeshita, something. We'll see. More people will be leaving due to this lack of creative, lack of leadership, out of control bullshit. The stupidness. Anyway, Malakai Black to WWE. We're going to see how it goes. Pat yourself on the back. Hope you guys are having a great night, great day, depending where you're at in the world. Like, share, subscribe, dislike, all that other good shit we out.